everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. I feel so blessed to be back. We've got sun action over here. So let's talk about the golden rule today, shall we? I feel like it is a very important topic to touch on, and I am going to go deep. I also would like to talk about people have this misconception about the golden rule. They feel like they cannot, would not, will not, are not willing to manifest or even touch on this manifesting a specific person journey is because of the golden rule, is because they feel like karma is going to come back and buy their asses. So let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it. You know, everything is open. Let's lay everything under the sun. Let's touch on this, going deep into the golden rule and why it is absolutely possible, highly possible, as a matter of fact. That is number one thing. This is the number one person. You are going to manifest them in the way that is wish fulfilled. And I am going to do my best to make sense for you in this video. So yes, follow along. The golden rule, as Confucius put it, also it's one of his most popular quotes: do not do unto others what you do not wish to be done unto self, unto you. So that means treat others as the way you want to be treated. So it is only fair, and it is the most powerful, one of the most powerful rules to make the world go around peacefully. So it is such a fabulous rule to follow. I mean, personally, that is what I do. Everybody shows up in my imagination as I put them there. They say something, they do something, they experience this scene with me, or as I experience the scene with them. Absolutely as the first person point of view, So as I am not watching a movie, as myself is playing, I am playing, I am doing, I am acting the role I put myself in this imagination as the wish-fulfilled version, the person that is interacting with someone in these imaginations, right? And that person is always satisfied. Is always, I hear them saying, thank you so much, I feel so blessed to, it was such a beneficial thing for me to, I feel so blessed to, and it is absolutely an amazing thing for me to be a part of, to congratulations, thank you so much, it was a pleasure to do business with you. I absolutely hear them and put words into their mouth to make the best outcome for them, for the party that gets to be involved in my imagination. Every single time I get to make sure that the manifestation comes about in the most perfect way possible. Absolutely in divine order, it's under divine will, it's my divine selection. Everything comes down to make it beneficial to all parties involved. That is my very best intention every single time I have somebody in my imagination, right? So that is the golden rule. Now, when it comes to manifesting this specific person, people are hesitant. People feel like they're fearful. They're doubtful. Oh, is it even possible? Do I get to have some consequences coming, chasing after me if I want to manifest this specific person back? Okay, now you are the only one that gets to practice your free will every single day in your life. So if you have that, if you perceive manifesting a specific person, manifesting a specific anything, situation as something that is going to have karmas onto you, you are going to experience some sort of consequences afterwards, that you also practice free will against the goodness you get to experience in this scenario. That means you actually are shooting your own foot. You are doing this you want something, but you tell yourself this is the reason that you cannot get something. And of course you always get your wish fulfilled is that thing is not working for you. That thing can never work out for you because you purposefully, intentionally, deliberately think that way. You perceive that way. You make that story around this as the wish fulfilled, but that is not going to be somebody. I'll give you an example, right? If you're somebody feels like, yes, there will be one day that I get married with someone. However, that someone is just some mediocre marriage, right? Like we just fulfill each other's needs like up to a certain level. We do not get to fulfill every single one of our needs. We just show up as 51% versus 49%. So we are like two half-asses people getting into this relationship and marriage and raise our kids and having a very, very minimal mediocre life. And that is the design. You get to absolutely design every single step of the way along your life journey, along these just maybe a little over 10 decades, a little under 10 decades in your life journey, in your human life. So if this is the rule, this is absolutely a rule you make, it's like, oh, mediocre human life, mediocre experiences as you are on earth, then you get to experience that for sure. However, if you go like, but I wish to experience my wish fulfilled state, so my specific person comes into my experience and to have to play the role that I signed them to play, absolutely as my husband, absolutely as my wife, absolutely as my girlfriend, boyfriend, the best girlfriend, boyfriend, the best partner, then you also get to experience them to the full version, not discounted version. So that is also the rule you get to make. You get to make for sure. So what is it gonna be? Then you get to make the decision for yourself. A lot of people just, they make this they call manifesting a black magic. Okay. I was having this interaction with someone, one of the family members, and they wanted to go to a country. However, they needed to have certain requirements to be met to get into that country, right? And then they have, I'm just gonna give you an example. It's not even practical in 3D world, but so if you have to be a model, if you have to be over 6'2", if you have to have a certain amount of money in your bank account, and then you're allowed to be in your country. There's no requirements like that in any country. But let's just say that. And then immediately I hear them saying something like, oh, that is just too difficult for me. I don't have these requirements to meet. I'm just gonna give up. If this is something you absolutely want, is your desire is to enter this country, anything, any reason, any story you're telling that is not going to help you to get into that country, you have to eliminate every single one of those reasons. You have to be completely scratch all the stories, all the limiting beliefs around this whole thing and go straight to the end. Have your wish fulfilled state. Being fully prepared, the seed is planted for you to experience that in the 3D. You get to be faithful to that end scene. You get to be faithful to that wish fulfilled state. So it is very normal, it's everyday life. People always have some stories around why they cannot get what they truly want. However, I hope, I pray that you are not one of them, so that you are utilizing your power in such discounted way, because you are the only one gets to be in the way to have your wish not fulfilled, to have your desire come about as a half-assed desire. Desired outcome is not even welcome by you. However, you feel like some way, somehow you have to sacrifice. Some way, somehow you have to compromise, right? And there is no compromise. There is no sacrifice here whatsoever. You always get to fulfill, and you're the only one that always calls the shots, that you get to fulfill your own desires. So dare to assume, dare to put yourself into that state, dare to scratch all these old past stories, historical stories, whatever that is. Dare to forgive, dare to let yourself live in your wish-fulfilled state. Dare to see SP as the best version in your life. Every single moment you get to design. You get to design your life. You get to design the events, the dates, what you wear, what they wear, what restaurant, what theme park, what road trip, what drive, whatever that is you would like to go to, you would like to experience with your SP. A simple holding hands while you are at the beach, while you are on the bed, while you are out in the wherever that is, right? Dare to do that. Dare to help yourself to get into the wish-fulfilled state. This is conscious manifesting is all about. You're going to initiate, you're going to give yourself the opportunity, you're going to utilize you as the operant power in all your realities again and again, every single day. You get to be responsible, you get to be the ringmaster, you get to make this circus run the way you want them to run. And you get to put the roles, and no, people are not robots. People have their own feelings, they have their own emotions, they have their own traumas, they have their own misconceptions, they have their own skill set and everything they have. However, you come to yourself, you come inside, you ask yourself, how would you like that person to be showing up in your reality without telling yourself, but they used to be that kind of person, but they have been this kind of person in my life, but they have always been acting like that. This is your enemy. Don't think like that. You must perceive them as a brand new person, brand new version, brand new reality you get to experience. That's why state of being is so important. You always get to come back to your state of being. It's only natural for me to experience SP as the most willing, the most supportive, the most loving version every single day in my life, because this is your relationship. So you better design the way as you truly want. You better come up with all the needs that you need in a healthy relationship, and you are thinking, you are perceiving, you are absolutely intending they are going to show up and meet all of them, and you get to show up and meet all their needs to an extent, but you get to design every single detail, always. And this is such a blessing. It is never a cursing, never a curse to create, to tap in. It's always your superpower. You are absolutely God. You get to act in your physical world like one. Now, there is something else I would like to touch on also, is there's always time delay and a gap in between your wish fulfilled state, your inner world, and 3D. So I highly recommend you to since it's always going to be a time delay, it doesn't matter even it's 1 second or half second, there is a time delay because 3D is always slower, it's denser, it's much denser than your imaginative state. So it's denser, it's slow, so you're going to be I'm not saying you have to be patient, but I'm just saying meantime, you just dwell in your wish fulfilled state. So you don't have to feel like, oh, I have to be patient. Oh, I have to wait. No, you're not waiting. You're not waiting for anything. You are in this very moment, every present moment, you get to fulfill your wish fulfilled state. You get to feel into it, right? So you get to be self-sufficient in every single moment. It's a practice. However, you get to be responsible for the practice. You get to do it for yourself. Assume the best. Assume the best version. Assume the most desired realities with SP. So you get to show up as this confident version of yourself every single day. Now, you're not going to be confident, extremely confident, on point every single second of the day, and that is okay. It's a practice. So don't let anybody tell you, oh, conscious manifesting SP, there is karma, there is consequences, they're going to come back and bite your ass. No. Do not interpret this. Do not put any intentions. Do not be fearful. Go after what you want with SP. Go after the wish fulfilled state you would like to feel in every present moment. That means you are kind to yourself. You are kind to SP. You are kind to your desires because you get to fulfill them. This is what you're here for. Thank you so much for being here with me. I intend this has offered clarity. I'll be back.